We'll be done by 3. Hey, what's up, guys? Benedict here at TheB.A.R again, and today we're going to be reviewing Doctor Strange as a spoiler review. So just a heads up, this will be a spoiler review that we're going to do. If you guys want a non-spoiler review and kind of know what we thought about the film, click on the link above to go ahead and watch that non-spoiler review about the movie, all right? So let's get into it, guys. I really liked... Like I said in the review before, I really liked this film. It was great. Yeah. The scenes were really cool. Some of the better scenes were the cloak scene. In the actual film is when he actually finds his cloak in the little building in one of the monuments of the
it was one of those like Hong Kong, London, and New York. Hong Kong, London, New York. Right? One of the embassies, I guess.
Yeah, like where it protected the shields that protected the earth.
Right.
The cloak was really cool. I saw it and I was like, oh, there's the cloak. Is he going to get it now? When is he going to get it?
And you said it was an actual living thing?
Yeah, so the cloak is actually a living thing. So it has a mind of its own, you could say. It's the floating cloak.
And it chose him, or?
It chose him. So that was the cool thing. Like he was in a fight scene with Caecilius, which we didn't really talk about. But he was great in this movie. Matt Mikkelsen plays very good bad guys, you could say, you know? He has that face. He has.
You need a bad guy called Matt.
I think he's in Hannibal as well. I don't know if you've seen the show, but I think he's in Hannibal. Oh, wow. And he did very well. The visual effects, the way his eyes, the way they kind of colored the eyes was very cool. So they were fighting in this scene, and he gets kind of punched by him, and he breaks the cloak, and you see it, and the cloak starts protecting him, kind of thing.
Right.
And then it gets on him, and it's pretty funny how like that cloak kind of has its own mind, you know? It was trying to get the axe, but then it's kind of like, no, use the trap instead. And then
it's giving him like hints and helps. Right?
But that's where it also shows you the kind of serious and crackle jokes, because it protects him, but then he gets kind of stuck in that position. But then he's kind of mumbling like, you're not going to survive, but he's kind of trapped. And that was pretty funny. And those are pretty cool scenes. Like the fight scenes were really cool. The comedic side of them, finding out like how he changed, how Dr. Strange changed from this more egotistical guy to this more caring guy. And this scene showed how much he cared. Like he saw somebody be killed and he was like, no, this is not what I want.
Right. I was actually surprised by that because he's such an, bad guy. I don't want to say a bad word here, but like he's just not a likable guy. He's one of those people that just like, I'm the best of the best, and you need me, I don't need you. But actually, you know what? This whole experience humbled him and showed him that there is a better way at going about things, about helping people.
And even then, he kind of still wanted to help people. While his like the cult that he was in wanted to kill the bad guys, like they were willing to destroy them, but he didn't want to. He wanted to find a different way to do that
because he took an oath, right?
Exactly, because he became a doctor to save lives. And even though sometimes it doesn't feel like that, like that's the reason he was in there. He wanted to make lives better, and I think that's what was really cool about it. Like he played it very well, and the character became likable, and that's what I really liked about it.
One of my favorite things about this movie is Tilda Swinton. She could sit there and just blink at the camera, and I love it. But her playing the Ancient One and showing him that you're big and mighty, but you remember she comes in and serves him tea.
Yeah.
There's you think that this other person is the Ancient One. Is like, nope, let me show you how humble I am, but like how much power there is within me. There's infinity within. You know?
When she pushes him off.
Oh yeah, the astral projection thing, that whole and it is in the trailer. I don't know if you've seen it, but like when he gets pushed out and he's like, what is happening here? I really loved it. I knew we were in for a great ride once that scene took place.
And she had like really, I don't know if like it was training, but she really felt like that when she punched him. It felt like she did that just naturally. Like she knew how to do it.
She was awesome. I just love her.
Yeah, and like the action scenes with her, when she's using the fans as fighting, like, that was really cool. She was so cool in the beginning. And it's something where those special effects really played a good part in this movie.
They were seamless. You felt like it was magic. It wasn't like like something that was added on in post-production. This was actually a very, very well made film.
Yeah, when she's doing like the little circles and then she's making all the shapes and then she pushes it, that was great. The sound effects on that.
Now I kind of want to go see it again. Now that we're just talking about, I really do.
To really go and see more of the detail, right? Like stuff that you couldn't notice in the beginning. Because as much as we review these movies, we try to go and enjoy these movies overall. And I think this was one of those that I went in, like, put my reviewer mind aside and just enjoyed the film.
Right.
Like, it's something where caught my attention. Benedict Wong was one of the smaller characters in the story. He was a librarian, kept the books, but like his little things, like telling him no, or when he's listening to Beyonce, that scene was pretty funny.
I loved it. I love the balance of jokes and seriousness.
Exactly, like it's something where it didn't feel off. It didn't feel like just thrown in there. There's certain certain films out there that just feel like they throw jokes left and right, but this didn't feel like that. The jokes were perfect. Even the sad parts were perfect. You know, sadly, when, I guess, spoiler alert, the Ancient One towards the end, when that scene where they're in
on the hospital, right? When she's like says it all end here. Like I've lived many lives, but they all end in this part.
And that's when you feel like he learned something. That's when you feel like he's starting to learn. You know, and the cool thing about it is that scene alone was beautiful. The lightning, you saw it slow motion. And
there was a helicopter.
The helicopter. Everything about it was beautiful about that. And that's what I really feel that this movie did. It went seamless with everything. It fit into the Marvel universe perfectly. A good thing that if you guys are watching this one, remember to stay after the credits, because there is 2, and they explain of what's gonna happen, who's Mordor a little bit more, because I read up on it, and he's one of the nemesises of Doctor Strange, one of the bigger ones, so that does happen.
How do you say his name again? The actor?
Mordor. Oh, I can't. Chiwetel
Ejiofor.
Yeah. Ejiofor. I'm just gonna call him Mr. Ejiofor. But like, that's what I really liked about it. The origin story really showed me who Doctor Strange was by explaining who the character was, from the car crash, from his hands shaking, to where he's learning how to use the magic. You know, when he found out that one guy didn't have an arm.
Oh my God, that scene got to me. Like
you don't need it. Exactly.
You don't need a hand.
You know, the
block is in your head.
Exactly. The guy that was paralyzed and started walking. The story that you find out from him is really cool. Those are some of the cooler scenes, and this movie does it. They perfectly do it that way. So if you've watched the original one, we're gonna give the same score. I give it a 9. It's something where the story was engaging. The characters were picked beautifully, from Doctor Strange, Benjamin Cumberbatch, to Rachel McAdams, which played Christine in such a low amount of time in the movie, but it was still perfect. Everything about this movie screams perfection to me, in the sense of Marvel, in getting the fans and the non-fans, getting me attracted to something I didn't know and loving it.
I agree. I can't even add to that. That's just perfect. That's how I feel about this film. Excellent acting, great acting chops by everybody. I give it a 9 as well.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Benji and Anthony here again, and thank you for joining us at the bar for the review of Doctor Strange.
Join us on Thursday. We're reviewing a classic film, one of my personal favorites, Dead Poets Society, starring Robin Williams.
Yes, hopefully you guys can join us on Thursday. We're going to change it up a bit for a throwback Thursday. In the comments down below, let us know one of your top Marvel favorite films of all time from all the Marvel series. That would be pretty cool. And also let us know what you guys thought about the review.
Don't forget to share this video with all your friends on social media.
Oh yeah, share with the Marvel fans, for movie fanatics, all of them. All right, guys. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe for other videos. And have a good one, guys.